preaching generosity, singing generosity, living generosity makes a church a generous church, and teaching tithing, not dues paying, not if you feel like giving, but understanding that this idea of tithing is a spiritual principle, and that when you engage in that spiritual principle, that it reorders your finances so that your finances are not managing you, but you are managing your finances. And in a community that is challenged economically, it's very important that when people realize, you know what, that if I set aside 10% of this, my income, and another 10% for myself, I learn to organize my finances around 80%. And I can then prepare for the future so my child can go to college. I can then pay off my debts. And so that has a spiritual implication. But many times we're so fearful of talking tithing. We say, well, maybe we'll get up to 2% this year. That's ridiculous. 10%, it's a faith, it's about faith. It's not about finance. It's a faith statement. It's a spiritual principle. You commit to it or you don't. And I think that it's important to say that I want to commit to this spiritual principle, and teaching that and showing through preaching and worship and through the ministry that we give 10% of all of our income goes directly into the surrounding community, so that we tithe on what we receive. How can we expect the church to tithe? And for our ministries to have a community component where it is making an impact in the surrounding community and in our local community. And when people see that, they begin to understand, oh, okay, that I don't have to be as tight with my finances, that it's all about me buying a house and a car, but it's also about me leaving a legacy. And it's also about me living the way Christ demands, which is a way of living that is a liberal, generous, generosity of finance and spirit, all of that. And that's a huge challenge, but it's centered on the preaching and on the worship and on the ministries. Every aspect should be lined up to say that we believe in being generous.